Well. You guys showed up again. You guys came back. Well, welcome. This is Chukuyo J. As always, this is Start With Me. So, we talked about setting up your channel, right? Setting up your YouTube channel, setting up your domain, customizing your channel, creating your YouTube banner, creating your profile picture, how it's gonna look like, how you want your description, how you want everything to look like. Well, after you've done that, the next thing to do is quite literally make a video. So today we're going to be taking these steps to making your first YouTube video. So it's a skill to learn, and we're all about learning skills over here and Start With Me. The first step actually is you've already picked your niche and everything, so I'm guessing you already have like an idea of what you want to say. But I would say the first thing you need to do is do some research. You're probably not the first person to create the certain niche that you have. So do some research, watch other creators that's in your niche, see what they're doing, see, people who have done it better, take some ideas from them. Don't go ahead and plagiarize, don't do that, okay? Take some ideas from them, make it, spin it in your own way before you go ahead and you create your video. So what you need to do is do some research. That's the first thing you need to do. Your second one is you're planning out your preparation. So you've done some research, you've gotten some ideas. Now what you want to go ahead is, what is the goal of your video? You need to have a certain goal, whether it be for educational purposes, entertainment, or or promotion. You could be promoting a certain product yourself or your brand or a certain skill that you have. It could be that your video could be about that. But what you want to go ahead and do is define the goal of your video. Then the second thing you need to do is craft the title. And when I say craft the title, I mean literally just craft the title, and a good title. Craft a good title. I always actually create the titles to my video before I go ahead and I shoot my video. And it helps me define what the video is going to be about. It just helps me define what I'm going to be talking about in that said video. I already know what I'm going to talk about, but like having the title there, it helps me stay on point, and it helps me to avoid rambling and avoid certain just yapping. I know like in certain videos I still do yap, but it helps me avoid yapping. Then the next thing you want to do is write a script. You want to have a designated script for your video. It's easier because it helps show like bullet points, what you're going to say. It helps putting things down on paper helps you to organize how you're going to present what you have to present to the public. So just a quick recap: do your research, pick a topic or craft a title, and then you need to write a script for your video. And then this is optional. I myself don't usually do this, but you need to create a story. You don't need to, it's optional. You could create a storyboard. So if I'm not an artist, okay, I don't draw. So if you're an artist, you could go ahead and draw how you want your video to be, like on a board or something. Create a storyboard. What are you gonna say? How do you want your video to look like? Visualize. You need to visualize your video on how it's gonna look like before you go ahead and you put it out to the public. So having a storyboard it makes things easier, yes, but it's not necessarily something you have to do. Okay. And then the equipment. I know I've said this before. Your smartphone is there. Good lighting. Shooting it during the day. So I realized it is hard for me to shoot in the day, so I'm also shooting at night again. And I know what I said, but this time I made it better. I got a studio lighting, as you can see. But yeah, that's basically what it is. If you can't get a studio lighting, I would suggest shooting in the day. It's a better lighting than in the night. I think you've seen my past two videos. I didn't use a studio lighting and I shot at night. The lighting wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the best. But we learn as we go. As I said before, we learn as we go. Now, so you've gotten your stuff, you've crafted your idea, you've done your research. You want to go ahead and you want to record the video. So the first thing you want to do is choose a well clean background. Okay, you need to go ahead and you clean up the space you want to use, clean up the background you want to use, make sure it's tidy. This is something people are going to watch. This is something the public is going to consume. So you want to make sure you have a well lit and clean background. Adjust the lighting, adjust the lighting here and there, just to make sure, your shadows could pop out, or yeah, just to have some shadows pop out. But a well clean background is going to go a long way. It's going to make your video look better. It's going to make your video look cleaner overall. And then you do a test run. I always do a test run. I test run my equipment. I test run the lighting. I kind of shoot like 1 to 3 videos first before I shoot the long form video. But I do 1 to 3 test runs just so I know everything is working well before I go ahead and I shoot the video that I want to present to the public. And then another thing that you could do, I don't do this, I like to do it in one long take, but you could record in sections. And recording yourself in smaller sections, it makes the editing easier. I've heard that, but I like to just get my thoughts all out there. Then when I watch it back, if I see there's a mistake in a certain point, I might record that point again, and then just cut it when I'm editing and add the new video to it. But you could record yourself in sections. So maybe what you want to say has bullet points, right? And so you could just record that first bullet point, record the second one, record the third one. It makes things easier. But I'm preparing myself for doing longer form content, and just staying here and just talking. It's a skill to learn, and we're all about learning skills over here and Start With Me. So you could record yourself in sections. Doesn't really makes things easier. I don't do it. You don't have to do what I'm doing. And then when you put out your video, you always want to engage with your audience, even on video. Ask them for feedback, like, comment, subscribe. Speak clearly. Always try to maintain eye contact, with the camera, and use expressions and body language in your video. You want to always make sure you're maintaining those things. And then once you shut the video, we've talked about this before, but editing. I suggest using iMovies because that's what I use, but there are other softwares out there that you can use. But the best way to learn editing is just to do it. You could watch a couple of videos. Like, I watched a couple of videos before I started editing, but after like 2-3 videos, I just started editing. I find that the best way to do stuff is learning through experience. So when you're editing your videos, the best way to learn is to do. You organize your footage. Well, how I do is I organize the footage. Well, since I do it in one long take, I watch it back. If there's a space of silence in between, I cut it. If just to make it look smoother. I also add effects and graphics. As also the words that pop up on screen and stuff like that. Like, I have a vision on how I want it to look. You add your background music, you add your background noise, well, not noise, but your background music, just to make it look cleaner. You enhance the audio, and if you want to, you could insert a B-roll. I don't do that. I don't know. Maybe as we go, I'll add that in. But that's another thing that if you want to do, you can do. You learn how to import a B-roll and add a B-roll, and you add your captions, add your subtitles. Engage with the audience as you're doing it. So after editing, you want to go ahead and create your thumbnail. Now, I have been complimented on my thumbnail before. How I do my thumbnail is basically through Instagram. Okay, you can use Instagram to create your thumbnail. I do it. I know a couple people that do it, but I actually learned it on. I learned how to do it. I'll link the video down. I'll link the video down in the description. But I learned how to do it through Think Media. If you want to start doing YouTube, they're a great YouTube channel to watch. Think Media. they literally go through almost everything that you need to do in order to start your channel. So I learned how to create my thumbnail through them. But basically, I would just take a picture of myself doing the poses, like the poses I have on there, and then I would get a very clean, clear background, add it on Instagram, like the Instagram reel. If you have an iPhone, you could crop out yourself. I cropped out myself in the Instagram reel, and then you just add your, you know, your subtitles in the reel, and then you just save the thumbnail, or you save the photo, and that's just the easiest way you could create your thumbnail. They're not there. I think they're more like sophisticated software you can use to create a more flashy, a more pop-out thumbnail. But you know, it's a gradual process. We'll do that as we go on. So you've researched, you've created your title, you've shot your video, you've edited your video, you've done your thumbnail. Now you just the upload. Just upload your video. That's literally what it is. Go ahead, click YouTube, click create, click upload. You upload your video. You know, you already have your title. You can craft a description from your title. I typically try to use the same description I use on my first video, and then if there's a couple things I want to switch up, a couple things I want to add, I go ahead and I add them, just to maintain, you know, just so that it goes with the same title of the said video. But I kind of stick to the same description I used with my very first video. I use that for my second video. I'm probably going to use it for this video. And then if you want to, which try not to procrastinate, but you create a playlist if you want to. Like if you have, maybe you're doing it in parts, it's better to create a playlist, so that when people go into your channel, you just go to a certain playlist and watch all the videos that you've made about a certain topic or a certain subject. You create a playlist, do your thumbnail, do your visibility, whether it be private, and you want to schedule it for a certain time before it becomes public, and there you go. That's how you get it done. You shot your first video, uploaded your first video, and by now you're basically a pro YouTuber. If you like the video, go ahead and say what you liked about the video. If you actually hated the video, that's also fine. Go ahead and say what you hated about the video. We out here, we don't hate constructive criticism, all right? So give me some feedback, like, comment, hit the subscribe button if you like videos and you want more videos like this, and follow me on Instagram. Yeah, we have fun over there. So stay creative, okay? Go ahead and shoot that first video. You already created a channel. Shoot the video and start with me. See you guys next time. Peace.